Welcome to the process. It is Tuesday, May 4th, and I'm not going to do that silly May 4th thing because I've never seen Star Wars. But anyway, I am Josh Engleman. I'm here to break down today's Tuesday 7-11. What am I doing here? 7-game NBA slate. It's early. We haven't done the coffee thing yet, and it's pretty clear that I need it. Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to have everyone here. Right now, the counter is showing 27 viewers and 29 likes. If that's true, you guys are legitimately the best. I figured 29 and 31 now. It's even better. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a good Monday night. Ultimately, worked out for me. First day back into the cash ranks. Had a quite successful cash day. No issues with it. I'd say it was probably like a 75th percentile, 80th percentile lineup, which is significantly higher than what I needed in cash. So I am very, very happy about that. Shouts to Russ and Sabonis for going bonkers out of the gate. That was pretty fun. 38 viewers, 43 likes is what I have on there right now. That is nuts. You guys are the best. I love seeing all the coffee cups. Lots of good vibes starting off the day. It's the best way to rise and grind. Fun stuff. 35 and 45. I don't even know how that's happening. I wish you guys would stick around, but I appreciate you popping in, dropping the like, and bailing. Just if that's part of your morning tradition, I'm cool with that. We all have our stuff. I saw a couple people saying they had some good nights. Birthday batter finally back in the win column. Ty, best night of the season last night. It's good stuff. Joe, amazing night last night. That's what I like to see. I don't have anything else really to add out of the gate. It was just fun to play and not be 150 maxing, if I'm being perfectly honest. Saved a little bit of sanity because these nights get kind of crazy. We got 7 games, though, up today. Should be pretty simple to work our way through, but it'll be nice either way. I'm feeling, minus my original stumble through my intro, I'm feeling pretty clear-headed. The gym beat me up yesterday pretty bad. Not that like the trainer went at me, but I wasn't ready for yesterday. I was kind of low energy. Didn't really sleep well Sunday night, and I paid for that. I paid for that yesterday, but I think that created a great night's sleep and some renewed energy today. So I'm feeling pretty good. Just got to stay hydrated, get my coffee in. So let's do that right now. I've got my coffee. I hope everybody else has their coffee or ciggy or joint or whatever you got to do in the morning, because I want to say cheers. Let's start this day off right. Let's win some money tonight. Let's do it, everybody. There it is. There it is. Back to studio mode. Turn that monkey knife fight banner on. I had all my I had everything disabled, all the banners and stuff, because I screen recorded opening my my Top Shot pack yesterday, but that wasn't worth the screen record. So, oh well, what are you gonna do? Shouts to the monkey knife fight though, by the way. 100% instant match deposit bonus of up to $100 when using the promo code Awesemo. That is free money. I know I'm saying this every day, but it's legitimate. If you deposit $100, you can get $100 free. Now, there are some requirements. You can't just immediately withdraw it. They don't just give out literal free money. But it's basically like winning a double up with no risk right out of the gate. Every single person, if I told you on your first deposit you get to enter a double up and win automatically, would do it. It being a deposit bonus shouldn't make it any different. Well, it's about that time to dive into this slate. In like roughly 15-20 minutes, for those of you that have any idea what SoRare is, I have 2 SoRare auctions for goalies that are set to go off. In 16 minutes and 18 minutes, I'm taking a shot at trying to win these 2 goalies. So maybe I'll pull that up on the screen. But we want to win those in the middle, and I have to hop on that. So here we go. Thank you guys for being here. For those of you that are coming in a little bit late, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. You hit the like button because my ego needs it, and it's just a nice gesture. Subscribe, that one's for everybody. That is big for the website. The more subscribers that we get, and honestly, if we're being clear here, we have more subscribers than any other DFS provider in the industry. Yes, that is a true statement. More than anybody. We are the #1 DFS YouTube channel. It's in the numbers, and you know how I like the numbers. Subscribe, notification bell. You don't want to miss it. We have so much content every day. I think we got all handle a pop-up or 2 on the phone. All right. On to the Brooklyn Nets. And let's get that depth chart over there. Bang. No James Harden. Nick Claxton, probable. Mike James signed his second 10-day. So, seems like everything should be relatively normal here other than just having Durant. So let's get everybody in here and let's figure it out. We're going 36 minutes to Kyrie Irving because this is a game against Milwaukee. This is a big one. DeAndre Jordan, I assume, is playing today. What else do we got here? Blake Griffin. Actually, let's just give Durant his minutes, which by all accounts seems like it's going to be 36. I think Joe Harris is out there for 34. And then Landry Shamet, I'm guessing, is still the big guy here. Yeah, so we'll do 28 on Shamet. All right, so the rest of this stuff should fill in pretty easily. We'll go 20 minutes for Blake. 6 and 12 here for Jeff Green. And then another 14, 32 for Jeff Green. Good, that'll work. So we've got 32 minutes left for Tyler Johnson. Actually, if Nick Claxton is probable, will Nick Claxton start playing over DeAndre? Because they're getting a little crowded here. Blake, Durant. I guess it's probably less one or the other, and that won't matter all that much. So we need to give minutes to Bruce Brown, who did not play very much this last time out after missing a couple games. Bruce Brown, Mike James, Tyler Johnson. Those are the guys that are most interesting here. I would say that Tyler Johnson is the easiest. I'm just going to give him those backup 1 minutes, and that leaves us 20 additional minutes. Now, do we have any reason to suspect that Bruce Brown isn't going to get more run against the Bucks? To me, he just goes back to playing like 20 minutes. I don't know what to make of that 4.7, though. I'm going to sneeze. All good. Good sneezes. Invigorating. I don't think they go to a 10-man rotation here. It would surprise me, at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because they've been at 9, 3, 5. They've been at 9 like the whole year. So let's do this. Let's do 16 for Tyler Johnson, 16 for Bruce Brown, because I don't think that that's going to make us care all that much about those guys. And then let's grab the no James Harden Brooklyn rates. Is he not really for allergies? That would have been a little bit worse for me like a month ago. I used to have really bad allergies when I lived in Pennsylvania. And then when I moved to North Carolina, they all went away. Kind of nuts. I don't really know how that works. All right. So let's take Harden off. And then we'll take LeVert off. And Dinwiddie off. And Allen off. And Prince off. And Aldridge off. Ain't no worries. You should have listened to me and played Rudy Gobert. I agree. All right, here we go. Let's get the big guys out of here first. So Kevin Durant, 392 minutes, 29.5% usage rate. There's 0% chance that I'm going lower on his usage rate than what he projects at. So we'll go 31. And then for Kyrie, 30.2. That I will hold on the dot. Assist rate goes up. Joe Harris, I assume, is just running in place here. Yeah. And then the rest of these guys, I assume, are also running in place. DeAndre Jordan, 13% usage rate. Yep, done. Jeff Green, 15.4. Good. Landry Shamet, 19. Not like it matters. All right, so for Brooklyn, first game up, first team up, and done. What do we got? It's Kyrie and Kevin Durant at the top of the heap. No surprises there to me. Durant has been truly insane, but 1.35 fantasy points per minute with those guys off the floor. That's exactly where I basically have him today. Tougher matchup against Milwaukee. The 9,300 for Durant on DraftKings looks awesome. 10-3 on FanDuel does not. I'd say Kyrie looks a lot better on FanDuel than Durant does by like 4 fantasy points relative to salary. Brian, that's awesome, man. Look, taking $1 and turning it into 150 is awesome. Think about how many more times you can just enter that contest with profit. You got to build from somewhere, man. You got to build from somewhere. Congrats. Yeah, this is just Durant and Kyrie. Tough spot against Milwaukee. On to Charlotte. So for the Hornets, we've got no Devontae Graham, still no Gordon Hayward, and Cody Martin also out. So let's figure this one out. And I think we just need to start this one from scratch just because no Devontae Graham really has some trickle-down effects. So we'll start at the center spot. Biyombo played 16 minutes. Cody Zeller is not a part of this rotation. And if Biyombo's playing 16 minutes, the rest of those minutes are essentially going to PJ Washington. Did Cody Zeller play like during that rotation, or was that blowout run? All right, so we got one rotation at the end of the third quarter. Why? PJ Washington picked up a foul. They took Biyombo off, even though he was -3 in 4 minutes. All right, so Zeller was an actual part of the rotation, although they were in the process of being blown out. Get it? Process. So we're going to go 4 here. We're going to go 16 minutes on Biyombo. 28 and 6 gives me 34 for PJ Washington. Awesome. That part's easy. Now, on to the point guard spot. So we're going to lock in Scary Terry for 36 minutes. And then Brad Wanamaker is going to get, let's see. Wanamaker played 12 minutes here. I don't know why he would play much more than that. Cody Martin being, yeah, let's give him 18. That will allow me to go 30 and 6. Then we got to get Malik Monk in there. Monk played 27 minutes here with Devontae Graham still in and Cody Martin still in. So 28 minutes seems pretty safe to me for Monk. And honestly, it would not shock me at all if it were more than that. I think there's some minutes upside there. We want to go ahead and get LaMelo in. Played 28 minutes, then 30 minutes. I'm going to go to 32. I'm just a little nervous. And then I can go Miles Bridges. What, 36? Yeah, that's safe. So that leaves us 36 additional minutes for basically 2 guys. I mean, in theory, it should be 1, but it's not. No, it should be 2. It should be 2. That makes sense. So it's Caleb Martin and Jalen McDaniels. Now, McDaniels' minutes are pretty easy. With these guys out, with no Martin and no Graham, I think we'll see some guys slide down a little bit, which allows McDaniels to play. I'm going to say that he plays that same 26 minutes. So let's move LaMelo down a bit. There we go. So that leaves me 10 minutes for Caleb Martin. Man, that was easy. Now let's check out these rates with no Graham and no Hayward, because they're taking on Detroit. Like, this could be relevant. So we'll take off Devontae Graham. We'll take off Gordon Hayward. Probably don't need to take Martin off. I don't think that'll matter. Yeah, Cody Martin's a 12% usage guy, so I don't really care all that much. All right, so we'll start with LaMelo. 340 minutes, 27.8% usage rate with those guys off the floor. I'm going to go 26 and a half. Everything else stays the same, although he does rebound a little bit less, which makes some sense. Terry Rozier, 26.7% usage rate, so we'll go to 26 there. I think that makes some sense. Assist rate bump makes some sense. Then we want to get to PJ Washington. 23% usage rate with those guys off the floor. So we'll go to 22. 2 and 7, so no changes there. Jalen McDaniels, I'm sure, has very little change. Malik Monk, this one could be interesting. 322 minutes, 25% usage rate. And then Miles Bridges finally at 17 and a half. I think we're jamming in LaMelo Ball aggressively on FanDuel. I mean, Josh Jackson wasn't the number 1 contender yesterday once he wasn't ruled the starter. That immediately stopped. Yeah, LaMelo Ball is 6,200 today and unquestionably a top play, as is Terry Rozier at 6K on FanDuel. These guys are $1,000 underpriced. On DK, LaMelo is 7,100, so he's $900 more expensive on DraftKings. Still looks good. Terry Rozier is $1,300 more expensive on DraftKings. Still looks good, but those 2 guys look incredible on FanDuel. 2 absolute core plays, no doubt about it. Got to go that direction. PJ Washington, I think, still looks good at 6,600 and 6,500. And then Malik Monk for 4,300 on DK is very much in play. Lots to like for Charlotte. We'll add them to the table once we finish off Cleveland. We'll go 3 at a time. Let's move to the Cavs. Cavs have no Darius Garland, no Hartenstein, no Lamar Stevens. So I'm thinking I can get rid of that and all of that. I'll get rid of Dean Wade too. And then let's take a quick look at these minutes for Cleveland. Jared Allen, I think plays 34 minutes. I have no real reason to suspect otherwise. Colin Sexton, I think, plays 36. Oh, they're playing Phoenix, so no one's going to look all that great here to begin with. Allen and Kabengele are absolutely splitting minutes. So let's go 33 and 13. We'll give Kevin Love 28. So we get Sexton in for his legit minutes. We need to get Isaac Okoro in for his 34. Well, yeah, 34 works. He's not going to show up like it matters. So then who else do we need to start giving minutes to that matters? Sexton, Allen, Okoro, Love. All right, so Chetty played 38 minutes with no Garland and none of these guys before. I don't know why he wouldn't do that here. Wouldn't make too much sense to me. Oh, yeah, Anderson Varejao signed with them, didn't he? I don't know how that's going to shake out. All right, where are we at on that timer for SoRare? It's got to be soon, right? Ooh, yeah, 1 minute. All right. Yep, there it is. What a guess. All right, taking a brief break, taking a look at my SoRare auction. Do we want Kim Sung-yu? Still have the high bid in, so that's good. Lost out on high bid here. Definitely want to go higher. 3 minutes left on that auction, so we'll keep our eyes peeled. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that one. All right, yeah, I think Chetty just has to get a little bit more run. Dean Wade, 30 minutes and 26 minutes the last two, so I think 26 minutes works for Dean Wade. Unfortunately, that's going to be more than I would really want to see. I'm going to give Chetty big minutes. It seems like that's what's happening, all things considered. Yeah, I mean, he's played north of 32 in 4 out of his last 5, so I'm going to go 32 on Chetty. And then that opens me up for just everybody else. So let's do Damian Dotson is like an 18-minute guy. We'll go 16. We'll go 16 on Broderick Thomas, and then we'll go 4 spillover minutes to Jeremiah Martin. Dennis, sort of cards. Sort of cards. Like DFS mixed with it's like DFS crossed with Top Shot. Best way that I could describe it. I'm trying to grab these 2 goalies right now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I got the first guy. That is clutch. Clutch. Now I'm leading on guy number 2, willing to go up to 0.2 ETH on him. And we're sitting at 1.4 right now. So fingers crossed for the next minute and a half. Yeah, Bull, I don't want to be multitasking here, but I'm not really left with an option. These auctions just go off throughout the day. It's 24/7, and I saw these 2 guys that I needed to take a run at. So I did. And I am. So fingers crossed. All right, we got to grab rates for Cleveland with no Darius Garland on the floor because obviously that's going to matter. However, since they're playing the Phoenix Suns, I'm hoping that this doesn't matter nearly as much as it seems. Ooh, up to 0.206. I think I'm punting on that second goalie, guys. Look at this. Price 0.2. I would have to go to 0.206 ETH just to get this guy. He's been solid. So I can't let that guy get him for a steal like that. I'm willing to go to 0.2. There we go. This is the process show for not just NBA, but also for SoRare. No horses or apes for me. I did pick up the Top Shot pack. I didn't get anything of value. All right, so no Garland, no Nance. I probably don't have to take anybody else off, right? I guess I got to take JaVale off just because of how big of a usage guy he is. Somebody else bids on this guy, they could have him, but I think grabbing him at 206 is good. All right, Colin Sexton with no Darius Garland on the floor has no Darius Garland, Larry Nance, or JaVale McGee. Has 29.4% usage, the exact same as where I have him in his model. So that is nuts. He does pick up a little bit more of assists, which I didn't think that he was capable of doing. Did I get the second goalie? Did I get it? There it is. Auction 1. All right, good. Picked up 2 goalies this morning. Nice. We'll deal with that at a later date. All righty. Chetty. With these guys off, 18.8% usage. So we'll lock him in at 19. Does see a little bit of an assist bump as well. Dean, let's get Kevin Love and Jared Allen out of the way. Allen stays exactly the same. So crazy. Kevin Love, 118 minutes, 24.8% usage. That I believe, but I don't get the sense we're going to be playing him. Isaac Okoro, actually, 14.9% usage. Dean Wade, 14.8%. So we're just going to have a lot of meh on Cleveland today. Nobody positive in the differential. Nobody higher than a 10% boom. So that all makes sense. Brooklyn, Charlotte, Cleveland. What do you guys see how high Charlotte is ranking here? Brooklyn, Charlotte, Cleveland. 131 viewers and 93 likes. This might be the best ratio day we've ever had. You guys are doing fantastic. I think just by saying this, I might end up running it north of 100. So LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier are the 2 best plays on FanDuel by a mile. By an absolute mile. But more than 4 points ahead of Kyrie Irving relative to salary. On DraftKings, Durant and LaMelo are tied at the top. Then we get this other tier with Kyrie, Terry Rozier, Malik Monk, and then PJ Washington is sort of on an island, and then everything else falls off. Not a lot to like from Cleveland. But boy, oh boy, does Charlotte look fantastic. Dallas Mavericks. And I know they had some news yesterday. Thomas, thank you for being here. No worries being late. It's fine. And we're over 100 likes. Look at that. Good stuff. Maxey, questionable. Kristaps Porzingis, doubtful. Tim Hardaway Jr. is in. So, last game that we played, I had no Kristaps Porzingis in, which means that everything here should look fine, except for the strategic part of this. So we've got Luka in for 35 minutes. I'm going to make that 36 minutes because this is a game against Miami. We saw Trey Burke play 17 minutes. He appears to just be playing more. So who is he playing? We also had no Tim Hardaway. Okay, so that's different to me. Willie Cauley-Stein played 9 minutes. Dwight Powell played 20. They gave Boban 12. And we still got Maxey or Melly at the 5. We're not going to see Boban here. Powell playing 20 minutes is telling. So we're going to take him down to 20 minutes. Willie Cauley-Stein's minutes are so terrifying. But I'm going to take him down to 14. We got Maxey in at 28. I don't think that Melly is going to play, but let's look at this. When did these guys come in for Dallas? Melly played like 2 ridiculous. All right, so they just went to a really big rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they played 12 guys legit. Redick for 14. I could probably afford to give DFS another minute. I don't know where else these minutes are going to go. I guess I need to give some of them to Trey Burke, but it doesn't feel right if Tim Hardaway is back. So I kind of need them at a position that they don't really have. Where are these minutes for Dallas going to go? I've got just 21 freebies. That's not ideal. It's not Jalen Brunson, although it should be Jalen Brunson. I probably need to give Jalen Brunson like 2 more minutes. That's probably a true statement. And I probably need to give Trey Burke like 14 minutes. So let's do something like that. So that leaves me 9 additional minutes that are going to go to Nicola Melli. Bang. So we're in there. Rates should all be the same since Porzingis was out for the last game, and Tim Hardaway Jr. isn't going to swing that enough. So for Dallas, not a lot to like here. And this is no surprise. I mean, a matchup against Miami is notoriously terrible. You can get to Luka, and that is it. I am not interested in Dallas. So they are basically a full throwaway. Pistons. I hope that it's just the same. Everybody's not playing. Okay. What am I supposed to do here? I'm going with the same rotation for right now for the Pistons. I don't know what else to do. What time do they play? That's really all that matters. All right, they play at 7, so this doesn't actually matter at all. We'll have all of this news. I'm leaving the Pistons in with the exact same rotation they had yesterday. We saw Hamidou Diallo play 26 minutes. Josh Jackson played significantly less. Who got more than I was expecting? Not Sadiq. I mean, no one, I guess. Frank Jackson. The problem here is that some of these guys are going to look pretty good. All right, I'm just letting this one roll. We'll find out more about the Pistons, but I can't speculate when Corey Joseph, Jeremy Grant, Mason Plumlee, Wayne Ellington, Jahlil Okafor, and Rodney Magruder are all questionable. Killian Hayes is doubtful, and I actually do think that he is legit doubtful. Do we need to take him out? Has he played any back-to-backs? No. Okay, so he's not going to play. That, I think, is actually important. I'm going to take Killian Hayes out. And then we're going to replace him, obviously. That's how this works. Last time he didn't play, everybody else did play. Both times. So, you know what? Everybody's going in for the Pistons. I'm remixing this. These guys are all going to play on the back half. So we're going 26 minutes to Mason Plumlee, 22 to Isaiah Stewart. Corey Joseph is going to play 28 minutes. And then Saben Lee is going to get the 20-minute backup run. Jeremy Grant is going to play 28 minutes because I think they're going to limit all of these dudes. And I'm going to say that Sekou Doumbouya gets the 20-minute backup run here. Then we'll go... I'm going to split Hamidou... No, that's not going to work. I think Frank Jackson continues to play, 22 minutes. I'm going to give Diallo 24. I'm going to give Jackson 24. And Sadiq Bey 26. Is that enough? It kind of is. I think that we don't see Tyler Cook. I guess I need to get Wayne Ellington in there and cut some of these minutes more. So let's take 20 here. We'll take Frank Jackson down to 20. We're going to take Josh Jackson down to 20. That gets me Ellington to 10. I don't know who else I could take minutes from. I guess Saben Lee is actually the guy that ends up losing minutes the most. Didn't play when everybody was in here. Only played 12 minutes there. None of this matters, but I'm doing it anyway. So we're going to move 10 minutes out of Saban Lee. Give them the Wayne Ellington. And now we can just safely say that we're not playing anything from the Pistons. That feels way better. Let me just add in all of these rates and make sure that's not crazy. Yeah, let's just not play the Pistons today. We're taking on Charlotte. They are 6.5-point dogs at home. No one looks good if everybody is in, but we got to wait for the news. Swaggy P, even if Diallo starts, I don't think it matters. I can't imagine wanting to actually go to these guys. On to Golden State. No Oubre, no Wiseman, no Damian Lee, no Eric Paschall. So most of this should just look like it did yesterday. I can't believe we're over 100 likes already. James, that is awesome, man. That is so awesome. Congratulations. Panji, what did I outbid you on? And also, no, I won't. Sorry. All right. Juan Toscano Anderson played more than I thought he would, so let's get him a little bit more in the minutes department. Michael Mulder can probably lose another minute. Jordan Poole. Yeah, I'm going to take to 21. Frees me up for 3 more. Let's go to 29 on Mulder. Or on... No, we're going to go to 30 on Juan Toscano Anderson. 35 on Draymond. I'm fine with that. Curry and... I guess I probably should go to 36 on Draymond. But back-to-back will be safe. Looney, on the other hand, I actually do think needs to play a little bit less, but I don't really know where those minutes go if I do. They probably go to Juan Toscano Anderson. There we go. Let's do that. Rates should all be the same. So for Golden State, rematch against the Pellies. Steph looks fantastic on FanDuel at 9,700 and fantastic on DraftKings at 10,400. I'd say Wiggins and Draymond are 2 solid options. Toscano Anderson probably a little overpriced, but let's go ahead and add in Dallas, Detroit, and Golden State. Dallas, Detroit, Golden State. And what we get is this. So LaMelo and Terry Rozier still at the top on FanDuel. Steph passes Kyrie by 2 full fantasy points relative to salary, that is. So I'm happy to go to Steph. On DraftKings, we've got Steph at the absolute top of the heap, 1 point ahead of Durant and LaMelo. Kyrie coming in a little bit behind those guys. Terry Rozier, Monk, and then Luka. I would absolutely prefer Steph to Luka today so far. Clippers. I have no idea who's healthy for the Clippers right now. So we're going to be learning something new here. No Pat Bev, no Serge Ibaka. So Clippers Toronto should be the full Clippers team. Is that who I have in right now? It is not. So let's scratch this entire lineup. Vika Zubac. 26 minutes in a close game. I think that's what happens. I don't know if Cousins plays, but it seems like Cousins probably plays. Then we give a very minimal amount of run to Pat. Marcus Morris plays 30 minutes. Nick Batum plays 24 minutes, which allows me to get to Kawhi Leonard for 34. Paul George for 36. Reggie Jackson for 28. Rondo with the backup run. Terrence Mann. So the real question is, who plays, Luke Kennard or DeMarcus Cousins? I don't think it matters. too much. We do, however, need to scratch these rates. So we will go to the Clippers and we'll take off Serge Ibaka and Bev just to make sure we're getting the cleanest rates we can get here. We'll start with Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard in 778 minutes without Ibaka and Beverly on the floor. Oh, shit, I got to take Lou Will off. And Lou Will. So with those guys off the floor, Kawhi has played 515 minutes, 27.5% usage rate. There's no way I'm projecting him lower. So then we get to Paul George at 31.5. I think I'm just going to have to leave those two guys be. Ivica Zubac, 14.9. But who has a higher usage rate than I was expecting? Reggie Jackson, I guess. Take him into 20. Rondo, 18.7. Lock him in at 18. Marcus Morris, 20.5. Nick Batum, 12. All right, we're good there. So what do we got for the Clippers against Toronto? Probably not much. Now, Kawhi and Paul George are options that look okay at best. There's nothing here for the Clips outside of the two pay-up guys. And even then, I won't like them in comparison to pay-up options. Miami against Dallas. Who knows who's healthy for Miami? No Oladipo, no Tyler Hero. Iggy questionable. This might actually be easier than it seems. What am I getting congratulated for? Unless Swaggy P did not try to tag me there. I don't think we're going to have too much to change here for Miami. Unless Dragic is playing more minutes. Played 29, 29, 28, 35. So, yeah, he's going to 29. That's for sure. So we'll go to 19 on Kendrick Nunn. Nunn just playing big minutes. So let's get him to 34. Gabe Vincent's minutes can go away. Bam at 34. Cool. Dwayne Dedmon at 14. Good. Trevor Ariza at 30. We'll go to 28. Thanks, Cantor. 22 minutes for Iggy. Nah, 20 minutes for Iggy. So that leaves me 15 minutes left over. What have we got for Duncan Robinson? 31. We're going to take one of those away. 16 minutes left over. Jimmy at 35 seems fine. Max Strus has been the guy that's played the most as of late. So it's either going to be Max Strus or Gabe Vincent, but it hasn't been Gabe Vincent. So I'm going to give Max Strus those minutes. So we'll give him 16. That moves me to 4 here. 16 there. Duncan Robinson can play all of his minutes at the 2. And then we'll bump Jimmy down 3 minutes. Perfect. Rates should all be the same. They are. Although I guess Duncan Robinson needs to get locked in. Do we have anything good for Miami? Bam Adebayo is at the top. Kendrick Nunn for 5,500 or 5,700 is an option. Bam. So Bam, Jimmy, and Nunn, but none of them are priorities. Let's go ahead and add in everybody else. So we need Clippers and Miami. Clippers and Miami. Yeah, I mean, Nunn gets to 6th on FanDuel, but even still, this gets to be like a pretty packed range. He's not separating. Nobody's separating here. We've got a tight core at the top of Ball, Rozier, Curry, and Kyrie. And even Kyrie is sort of sneaking into the play. On DK, though, Curry is pretty clearly at the top. Durant, LaMelo, Kyrie, Luka, and Terry Rozier to a lesser extent in there. Yeah, none of them are priorities. I see what you did there. On to Milwaukee, 6 teams to go. barring news, Milwaukee is just going to be where they need to be. Portis probable, Teague out. So not much to worry about here. Oh, wait. Somebody was out, right? Oh, yeah. Giannis. Funny. All right. Let's fix Milwaukee. So Brook Lopez. 29 minutes. Backup center run. Bobby Portis. 19. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wait. Yeah, that's fine. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 35 minutes. Does Portis get additional run? Probably 2 minutes. That's fine. Drew Holiday, 35 minutes. Chris Middleton, 35 minutes. Dante DiVincenzo, 28 minutes. Now we don't have too much left to do here. We'll move Middleton's minutes there, go to 24. We'll get Pat Connaughton, 22 minutes. Who else are we? Oh, damn it. I got to give PJ Tucker minutes. 22 minutes here for PJ Tucker. 35. They need to go away. So how has that been going? Where's a game where everybody played? Tucker, Giannis, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis. So that means that one of those guys technically played the 3 a bit. So we're going to say that that is, I guess, Giannis in that scenario. So we're going to give Tucker 22, Portis 21, and then 24 and 11. Okay, that'll work. Now we get to Pat Connaughton at 22 minutes. And the best that I could do is give Bryn Forbes 13. Which I think is correct when everybody is healthy. Then we need to fix all of these rates. Because obviously the last game was Giannis out. All right, so Milwaukee. Who do we need to take off? Probably not a lot here, right? Middleton, yeah, Portis. Let's take off Augustine and Teague. Giannis, usage rate. So that can just stay the same. 8.3 and 14. Cool, that'll work. Drew Holiday, 21% usage rate. No chance. Chris Middleton. Do something like that. Bobby Portis, 18.6. All right. Brook Lopez, 16.2. DiVincenzo, 16. Not much here. We know what we're getting out of Milwaukee. The first one up would be 11-4 on FanDuel, 10-7 on Draftkings. Giannis Antetokounmpo, averaging 1.77 FanDuel points per minute over the last 30 days. I'm going to get to myself a little Giannis here. I think that we have to. Where does he end up landing? Because I do want to see the context. Giannis Antetokounmpo is 4th on FanDuel behind LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, and Curry. Basically tied with Curry relative to salary. But Giannis, number 1 on DK, actually passes Curry. Like it. I like it a lot. On to the Pels. 191 viewers, guys. You guys are awesome. I love having you guys here, especially for a Tuesday 7-gamer. Wild stuff. Cheers again. What a great rise and grind this morning. For the Pels, Steven Adams questionable, and then we've got everything else. He didn't play yesterday. I'm going to treat it like he's not playing today and leave everybody else in. We saw Willy Hernan-Gomez play 25 minutes yesterday. Jackson Hayes played 14. Looks like they probably gave some additional center run to James Johnson. Or I guess Wenyen Gabriel and other scenarios. But for right now, we're just running this game back the same way. And the problem is we probably won't have that Steven Adams news for a while. So this one's going to be kind of a problem. But for OKC, nope, not for OKC. For New Orleans, Zion, solid on both sites. $600 price increase from yesterday for Zion on FanDuel. Went from $9K to $9,600. So Zion and Ingram looking about the same. I have Zion by a hair. Willie Hernangomez will be another value option today. $4,900 on FanDuel, $5,100 on DraftKings. That's really all that I'm looking at from the Pels. And really, we need to just wait on that Steven Adams news. Otherwise, it'll look even worse. Now we're on to Oklahoma City. What do we know about the Thunder for today? Q tag on Poku, and that's it. So in theory, everybody's in. Right? That's what we're led to believe. So we'll start with Teo Maledon, 28 minutes at the point guard spot. We're going to go backup point guard run to Ty Jerome. How big is Gabriel Deck? Small forward. Okay. We go to the center spot. Moses Brown, 18 minutes. Tony Bradley, 12 minutes. Isaiah Roby, 18 at the center spot. Plus another 4. Darius Baisley is playing just monster minutes if it stays close. And it's Sacramento, so it should probably stay close. Kenrich Williams is still playing, so we're going to go a decent chunk of minutes. Let's give Svi his 18 so that I can give Lou Dort his 34. So that leaves me 30 additional minutes. I got to give them to Poku, I guess. So 2 minutes left over. I'm going to throw those spillover minutes to Gabriel Deck. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pull rates here, and it's going to look ridiculous. It's going to be Lou Dort season here in a pretty aggressive manner. So buckle up. This could get wild. So we'll take off Shea, and we'll take off Horford, and we'll take off Diallo. Oh man, this is going to be nuts. $200 viewers. There we go. We're slowly building. We're slowly building. Alrighty. So these are the rates for everybody that's in. Lou Dort in 354 minutes without Shea, Horford, Diallo, or George Hill on the floor. 27.8% usage rate. So I got to give him 27 here. Rest of the rates stay the same. That is massive. Teo Maledon, 21.9% usage rate. I'm going to bump him up. Pogo Stick, 20.2. So he just stays the same. Darius Baisley, 24.8% usage rate. Oh, I'm going to be playing so much Oklahoma City tonight. Isaiah Roby gets to 20. Kenrich Williams gets to 17. Moses Brown, not going to matter, 17. Ty Jerome, 18. Oh, man. OKC. Oh. This isn't good. Lou Dort. It's Lou Dort season. 5,600 on FanDuel. 6,100 on DraftKings. He is the best play on this team. Darius Baisley is a close second on DraftKings, not as close on FanDuel. But look, Dort has been a 1.02 fantasy point per minute guy over the last 30 days. I am projecting him in this game for 0.98, so lower than what he's been doing. And it's a fantastic matchup against Sacramento, so I cannot feel bad about that. Phoenix. Taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. No Jay Crowder. Campaign questionable. I don't have Jay Crowder in right now, so I'm guessing this rotation looks pretty similar. DeAndre Ayton. We'll go 32 and 16 with him and Saric. Chris Paul at 32 minutes. We'll go 31 and 17. I think we still see Devin Booker play his normal run, but I am going to take 1 minute off of him. Everything else here, I think, seems pretty reasonable. I guess Cam Johnson can give up a little bit of playing time in lieu of these other guys, but we're not going to be playing Phoenix here against Cleveland. There's basically 0% chance. Yeah, you can get to DeAndre Ayton for 6,300 on FanDuel, but there are no priorities coming out of Phoenix. We're well aware of that at this point. Sacramento Kings. Here we go. I know everybody's looking forward to it. No De'Aaron Fox. No Harrison Barnes. No Tyrese Halliburton. Metu questionable. So let's try to figure this bad boy out. We're scratching it all. All right. So DeLon Wright is obviously going to be the point guard of this team today, for the most part. He played 31 minutes here the last time out. I think that he plays 32 here pretty easily and could easily play more. Rashawn Holmes clearly starting at center today. I assume that he plays 30 minutes. Backup center run going straight to Damian Jones. Have they been splitting it totally? 48 minutes. 48 minutes. So yes. So Damian Jones, 18 minutes. Done. Buddy Hield is going to play a massive amount of minutes. I'm going to put him in for 38. I don't really see a way around it. Bagley, the last time out, played 34 minutes with no Metu. I don't know if Metu can play, but I am going to put him in for right now because he's doubtful. So that's 18 minutes for Metu, 30 for Marvin Bagley. Now is where we get into the real weird stuff. So Terrence Davis played 24 minutes 2 games ago. I think that is probably his most likely scenario here. That leaves us 50 minutes for Mo Harkless, which I think is a pretty easy one to project. Did not play a ton in this last time out, which doesn't surprise me because they sort of need to put more offense on the floor. But he is going to soak up some playing time. So that's 28. Justin James played 20 minutes. So if I give Justin James 20, 2 minutes of spillover for Kyle Guy. And now we need to grab rates because, oh my God, what is DeLon Wright's price on FanDuel? Because he's about to break stuff. All right, we take off Fox, Barnes, and Halliburton. Do they even have time left? The Corey Joseph's going to be the guy that's played the most minutes in this scenario. That's going to be useless. Yeah, 78 minutes is the high here. So I'm going to put Barnes back on because I think he's the guy that impacts all of this usage the least. Buddy Hield gets to... Oh, man, everybody's just getting monster usage bumps. Bagley gets to 26, and I think that that's legitimate. I think Buddy Hield gets to 22. I think that's legitimate and sees a bit of an assist rate bump. DeLon Wright has only played 88 minutes, gets to a 21% usage rate. I mean, I'm going to go to 19, I think, because guys like Mo Harkless are still not going to be using any possessions. Rashawn Holmes has basically not played without these guys, but, you know, I'm comfortable taking him to 20% usage. Terrence Davis, 20% usage. Damian Jones, I mean, he probably barely played in these scenarios. Yeah, we'll keep him at 12.5. Metu, if he plays, is like a 20% usage guy. It's creating a scenario where Justin James ends up looking decent, which is not at all what I'm looking for. That'll be fine. So I need to give additional usage to someone here. Even if I put Halliburton back on, not somebody that has like a crazy big usage number, only 21.5. So that might inform my decisions a little bit. All right, I'm going to give Rashawn Holmes a little bit more usage. I think DeLon Wright can stay at 19. Whiteside is a guy that normally would soak up more. We're going to bump Bagley up a bit. I think this is just going to have to be what it is. So for Sacramento against OKC, DeLon Wright, 5,200 on FanDuel, 5,100 on DraftKings is the first piece that looks pretty good to me. Now, I feel like I probably have him a little bit over projected, but at the same time, I don't really see a way around it. 1.22 fantasy points in the 88 minutes that he's played without Halliburton and Fox. Marvin Bagley for 5K on DraftKings looks great. Buddy Hield looks fine for 7K and 7,300, but he is probably a bit overpriced for this scenario. And Rashawn Holmes, I think, looks good as well. But there's a lot to like here just from Sacramento. You want to get to a lot of these pieces. So let's add the Pels, Oklahoma City, Phoenix, Sacramento. I think that's everybody. New Orleans, OKC, Phoenix, Sacramento. So DeLon Wright jumps to the top of the ship on FanDuel at 5,200. Both he, LaMelo, Terry Rozier, Lou Dort, pretty highly ranked. Steph, Giannis, Bagley, Buddy Hield. That's probably the core right there on FanDuel. And then on DraftKings, same story. DeLon Wright at the top at 5,100. Giannis 2, Bagley 3, Curry 4, Dort 5. Right there is probably the package. Wright, Giannis, Bagley, Curry, Dort, Ball, Hield, Baisley, Durant, and Irving on DraftKings. But we've got one more team to add. We've got 210 viewers, which is awesome. For 7:30 in the morning, that is kind of sick. What do we got for Toronto before we get out of here? Gary Trent, doubtful. OG Anunoby, doubtful. Fred VanVleet playing. So let's pull the minutes of everybody that isn't one of the main guys. And let's figure out what we need to do here. So, still no Boucher. We're going to go 32 minutes on Khem Birch. And we'll go 36 minutes for Siakam, 36 minutes for Fred VanVleet, because that's just what he does. 34 minutes for Lowry. Now we're going 36 minutes for Lowry against the Clips. The rest of this should fill in pretty nicely. So we're going to go backup point guard run to Malachi Flynn, plus a little bit more at the 2. I'll take well under, Brian. Well under. All right, Bembry played 24 minutes the last time out. We still got to give Stanley Johnson minutes. He played 29. I'm going to give him 20. I'm going to give Yuta Watanabe 16. We're going to give DeAndre Bembry 22. We're going to give Freddie Gillespie 18. 4 spillover minutes to Jalen Harris. Dope. Actually, 4 spillover minutes to Rodney Hood. That's funnier to me. I guess rates, we need to take off some of these guys for Toronto. We'll see if that matters, but matchup against the Clippers is generally awful. All right, so we need to take off Anunoby. And I think I need to take off Boucher. And Norm Powell. Where does that leave us? Not a ton of minutes, but Siakam with a 33% usage rate in that scenario. I'm going to give him 30. Kyle Lowry bumps to 24. We'll go to 23. Fred VanVleet goes from 23 to 30. Can't do that, but we will go to 26. Khem Birch has played 84 minutes, 12% usage rate. He can stay the same. Malachi Flynn, I assume, just stays the same as well. Yeah. So if Fred VanVleet really does see that sort of increase, and it appears that he does, but I'm going to be a little bit more pessimistic. So let's do something like that. Even Siakam to 30 feels a little aggressive, but at the same time, it's probably not. So for Toronto, closing it out, nobody really popping like crazy, but VanVleet, Siakam, Lowry, the three guys you have your eye on. To me, there's just no priorities. And that will end this slate. 7 games up, 7 games down. It is time now to run some crunches and check out some optimals. So if you haven't yet hit that thumbs up button and you would like to, I would appreciate it if you would do so. We're going to figure out what the optimal lineup is on FanDuel and on DraftKings. We'll take a look at power rankings, and then we are going to get out of here so that I can record contenders. First one up, though. FanDuel optimal lineup. What do we got? LaMelo Ball, DeLon Wright, Andrew Wiggins, Fred VanVleet, Buddy Hield, Lou Dort, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Marvin Bagley, and Willie Hernan-Gomez. I love that lineup. I don't love the Willie Hernan-Gomez part, but that could very easily change if Steven Adams gets in. And honestly, for a $4,900 center, given what else I get in that lineup, I am absolutely in. You have to drop down a full 1.1 points to get to my second best lineup. That would be where you would switch Andrew Wiggins for Malik Monk, Buddy Hield for Brandon Ingram, and Willie Hernan-Gomez for Rashawn Holmes. Let's see, how many shots do I have Buddy Hield projected for? I don't even know where that's at right now. Now I guess I do. And I don't know when those symbols came back, but it's kind of exciting. Buddy Hield shot attempts. I have Buddy Hield at 17.5 shot attempts tonight. So quite a bit under 30. We shall see, though. All right, so that's the optimal for FanDuel. Let's check out the power rankings also for FanDuel. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much know exactly how this is going to shake out, so it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty stable, too, at the top, which is kind of wild. DeLon Wright, Lou Dort, LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Marvin Bagley, Giannis, Zion, Brandon Ingram, Steph Curry, Fred VanVleet, Buddy Hield, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Kawhi Leonard. Anybody else closing out? Andrew Wiggins sneaking in around that bottom section. But that is the power rankings for FanDuel. Now we move to DraftKings and then we close it out. This was a great show, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Waffle Irony with the big super chat says, "Hey Josh, longtime watcher, but I just got my first takedown in the 77, 20K to first. Been watching since the Reddit days, bro. Keep doing what you're doing." Thank you so much. You've been around a long time, man, if you've been watching since the Reddit days. So that's super awesome. Congrats on the 20K. That is sick. That is a great way to start a day, that's for sure. Make sure you save some money for taxes. Take 6K of that right now and put it in a savings account for tax time next year and pretend like you don't have it. That would be my recommendation. But seriously, congrats. I miss the old Reddit days sometimes, but I got such a good gig here. Why would I ever want to give it up? I wouldn't. Optimal lineup on DraftKings. Final thing we're doing. LaMelo Ball, Malik Monk, Pogo Stick, Marvin Bagley, Giannis, DeLon Wright, Darius Bazley, Buddy Hield. So that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-person stack of the Sacramento OKC game. 2 pieces of the Charlotte Hornets, which I agree with, and then a pay up to Giannis. Yeah, Dennis, you got to pay taxes. You lose 9/10 of a point if you want to swap this out and turn Buddy Hield into Terry Rozier. Yeah, that's just what it is. Crazy. Well, that's where we're at for DraftKings. Let's run the power rankings and call it a day. Look, worst case scenario, if you put money aside to save for taxes in a savings account, you find out that you saved too much and then you just have it come tax time. Like, there's no downside to holding it in your own savings account. Just put it out of sight, out of mind until tax time next year.
Stretch it out, everybody.
Arms are ultra tight. So I haven't lifted a lot of weights in the past. It was always just like cardio from playing sports and everything. We never really had much of like a weightlifting thing, and that's what I've been doing lately with my trainer. And it was one of the first experiences I've ever had in my life where I couldn't make my arms move. He was like, okay, 20 more reps. I was like, nope, that's not going to happen. I would do 4 or 5, and then they just stopped. They just stopped working, which was not ideal. But it feels really good now. It feels really good. Alrighty, here we go. Power rankings on DraftKings. DeLon Wright, Marvin Bagley. 2 clear top options. Like, not even remotely close. Very much at the top. And then we go Malik Monk, LaMelo Ball, Giannis, Darius Baisley, Steph Curry, Lou Dort, Terry Rozier, Buddy Hield, Kenrich Williams, which we'll have to take a look at. Is he like oddly the flat min or something? 3,700. Okay, that makes some sense. Where are we at? Oh yeah, Kenrich Williams, Kevin Durant, Pogo Stick, and Rashawn Holmes. Which means, guys, we're done. That's 2 days in the books now. Cannot beat it. We've got 3 more to go throughout the rest of the week. Keep your eyes peeled for the PGA contenders. Ben and I were trying to record that yesterday, just weren't able to get it done. So that'll get recorded today. Wells Fargo, big PGA contest this week. So I hope that you guys are checking that one out. Contenders videos will be out immediately after this. Strategy show with Laffy at 10 o'clock. And then that's it for me. No live before lock for me tonight. But keep your eyes peeled. I'll have updates to the sim results as we get closer to lock. And I don't know, watch everything else that we do too. Shout out to Monkey Knife Fight for being the presenting sponsor. Use that promo code Awesemo. Get yourself 100% instant match deposit bonus of up to $100. That's a free $100, people. You cannot beat that. Go get it. Build your bankroll. Thank you to everybody that was here. North of 200 people, well over 100 likes. This is the best show on the planet, and I've got the best viewers. Good luck tonight, everybody. I will enjoy my goalies, Sotex. Best of luck, everybody. You know where we'll be tomorrow at 6:30. Right back here for another edition of The Process.